Good morning, Toronto. Welcome back to BT. We are still caught up in that presidential debate from last Thursday.
Woo!
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Usher, though, can I throw props to Usher?
Yes.
Lifetime Achievement Award at the BET Awards this weekend, and got Pop Male Artist of the Year, like Male Artist of the Year as well. So
good year
like
for Usher.
Current, and then the Lifetime Achievement Award as well. So massive.
Concerts coming up too in Toronto. Big time.
It's going to be a great show.
Yeah.
It's going to be a great show. Devo and Tammie, sit here with you. Meredith off. She is back next week if WestJet is flying. So everyone's still kind of in the clouds about last Thursday with Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I don't think we need to rehash every clip, unless you've been living under a complete rock. You know how Joe Biden looked in that debate. I know how Donald Trump looked in that debate, and he lied throughout. That's the least surprising aspect of what played out here. But the calls for Joe Biden to step aside, because quite frankly, he did not look up to the job last Thursday, are increasing. And there's a lot of reporting about how the weekend went for the Democratic Party in the United States. And let's just say there's some turmoil behind the scenes. Democrats have been split over whether Biden should drop out or not. The AP, Associated Press, reported the strongest voices over the weekend imploring Biden to resist pressure to drop out were from his wife, Jill, and son, Hunter. So completely unbiased voices. The president's relatives were also said to be critical of the way his closest advisors had prepared him for the debate. These numbers are interesting. Post-debate poll found that fewer voters think Biden has the cognitive health to serve as president. The people who said he does is down to 27%. This is all surrounding a call with Democratic donors on Friday morning with the Biden team that did not go well at all. There are people very worried in that party. This comes as we sit here less than 24 hours after the Supreme Court in the United States said that Donald Trump does have immunity while in office for things that took place on January the 6th. Let's just say this has not been a good 5-ish days for the Democratic Party. Tammie, we've had a few days to kind of digest a lot of this. Where do you stand right now?
I know that when I was watching it, I didn't watch it live. I actually was at a neighbor's house. I came back home, turned on the TV to watch it on demand, and it was still on CNN, and I heard some of the commentary first, and I was like, uh-oh, what could have happened? So went back and watched it from beginning to end live, and I mean, there were times where my jaw dropped because I was so stunned that Biden would lose his words so often and just so obviously. And you know what? I wasn't so stunned about Trump telling falsehoods throughout. He was, but it was Biden's performance. I kind of wish that at the very beginning, off the top, he would, acknowledge that his voice was affected by something. They said he had a cold. I wish they would have said that. Just so that people would understand and not be wondering what's wrong with him. Why is he speaking so quietly? But on top of that, I mean, his facts and he had some good comebacks for Trump, definitely. But it was just those moments where he would lose his train of thought that I just felt so bad for him. I felt as if, and this is not on political lines at all, this is just as a man who is 81, going to be 86 at the end of the term, if he does win. I felt for him, considering that he has been the center of a lot of questions over the last few weeks, not just on Thursday.
Devo?
I couldn't believe it's real life. I'm watching one person lie and the other person look like he's got to go to the hospital. Like, I'm not trying to be a jerk about this, but he looked like he was going to take his last breath. Man, because the voice thing, whatever, he seemed so weak up there speaking. I felt concerned for him. And the other guy's the other guy. So, that's why I'm like, this is real life politics that's happening in the United States of America. These are your two options right now. They said there's about 20 million less viewers of this debate than back in 2020 at the peak of it. I think you're also going to see that with the voter turnout. I feel like the right side and the Republican side is a little more vocal. They're a little more likely to come out and vote, but I think the overall numbers are going to be down. I just don't see it. People are just frustrated. Like, these are our options.
I mean, you're right, but someone's still going to win. Yeah. But I'm with you. However, the stakes are still hugely important here. And to your point, CNN's reaction to that, to me, said everything you need to know. For John King and former Obama campaign manager David Axelrod to be on live television saying he's got to go. That was, I didn't expect that from a CNN broadcast, I'll tell you that right now. And the one thing I'm still left with here, why I think he needs to step down, is Donald Trump has never been cross-examined for January 6th, ever. Ever. An attempted coup in the United States of America. He's never had to answer a question. If you, as Joe Biden, are not there enough to give him that cross-examination, this election's over. Because he will dictate the entire narrative. That, to me, was the missed opportunity that I think is very serious. If you can't repel what he's saying in the moment, that's not Dana Bash, that's not Jake Tapper's role, that's Joe Biden's role. If he's not there for that, they need someone else. Gavin Newsom in that role would have been really interesting, governor of California. That wasn't the case on Thursday night. We'll see where this goes. Not the last time we're going to talk about this on this show. I can tell you that. Tammie.